Hello students, welcome back, and today we are going to continue our Form 4 Science Chapter 4, 4.5 regarding transportation sector. So previously we already learned about all the policy for the agriculture, a few prospects that we are going to look, a few things that we are going to look at in this chapter is the, just let me see, environmental sustainability. So we want to sustain the environment, and you need to have a plan, you need to have a policy. So I think this chapter is more towards the policy to support environmental sustainability. So a few things that we need to look at, let's say we need to look at the we need to look at the building sector, industrial sector, computer ICT sector. Then we need to look at energy sector. We need to, then after energy, we are going to talk about the social scientific issue in energy sector, the policy lah. Then after that, we are going to talk about the waste management. After that, we already talk about agriculture policy and so on. And after that, we are going to talk about this one. Okay, so we already talked about transportation sector. So there are many sectors, because when we talk about environmental sustainability, the housing, energy, agriculture, waste management, anything lah, all the category that we want to talk about. And another category will be the transportation. So of course we know that transportation will, all the car will release what gas? Okay, carbon dioxide, very good. Okay, it will release, this one you need to know, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Okay, so in carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, what is the difference? Anyone can tell me what is the difference between carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide?
One oxygen atom.
Yeah, okay, so we can see carbon dioxide and carbon mono. So usually we have mono and we have the word di. Okay, di means actually there's two oxygen. That's why CO2, carbon dioxide, and carbon monoxide will be CO. Okay, so usually this one is after respiration. We have carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide also after combustion. We already learned after combustion it will produce carbon dioxide. Only the carbon monoxide is incomplete combustion. So of course, maybe probably exam won't come out, but just for your information, sometimes your car, it will produce either carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. So sometimes it produce carbon monoxide because your car engine may be not that good, or you are using old car, so they are not giving enough oxygen to your engine. So when your engine don't have oxygen to burn, because there is something that give the oxygen go into the car, the air, so that your engine can burn. And if you don't give enough air or no proper air, it cannot burn properly, it will produce carbon monoxide. So is it the same? No, it's not the same. This is good, this is bad, because carbon monoxide eventually it will waste. First it waste petrol, second it is poisonous. Okay, it's poisonous. When you breathe in, it actually harm your health worse than carbon dioxide. Okay, so the car release carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, both are the greenhouse gas. Okay, so you need to know greenhouse gas will actually cause climate change. So if you remember, I already teach many times. So there is a greenhouse, inside put a lot of tree, so inside will be hot. So this is called the greenhouse effect. It will happen on the earth. I think you know already. All the heat will trap on the earth due to CO2. Okay, CO2 due to carbon dioxide. So greenhouse effect is caused by carbon dioxide, not to be confused with thinning of ozone layer. I need to tell many times, thinning of ozone layer, because usually the picture is also the same, almost the same, and people thought, hey, this is greenhouse effect. No, thinning of ozone layer is caused by CFC, chlorofluorocarbon gas, where the ozone layer actually got a hole. There's a hole at the ozone layer, so the ultraviolet light will spray into the earth in your skin. Eventually it can cause skin cancer. But for this one, carbon dioxide, it actually cause the earth to be hot, and it will cause the north pole, the ice, and the south pole melt, so there will be more water. So that if there is more water, there will be flood. Okay, so this is the motorized run on petrol and diesel. Eventually, about 60% of petrol in the world is used for transportation sector. Therefore, petroleum is a non-renewable source and can deplete. So sooner or later, there won't be any petrol and diesel. Moving on. Okay, so of course the gas is dangerous, as we can see, especially carbon monoxide is dangerous. It can even cause death. Actually, these two is dangerous. That's why if you smell too much, then you can die lah. Not the reason is it actually got no smell. If you sometimes you smell, you also don't know. Okay, so then after that, all these things, it will cause acid rain. All the gas, for example, like gas sulfur, it will cause acid rain, and you can see the tree already die, and we can see the building, the paint is coming out from the building. It corrodes the building due to the acid rain. So okay, so now we have this problem. What are we going to do? It's like an essay lah, karangan essay. What are we going to do with this thing? So of course, cara-cara, langkah-langkah untuk mengatasi masalah. Masalah apa? Masalah pengangkutan, pencemaran dari pengangkutan, terutamanya gas, carbon monoxide and dioxide. So what we can do, we need to first get the data. First thing, if you want to solve the problem, we need to understand the problem. Whatever thing lah, maybe it's your family, maybe it's about your finance, maybe it's about education problem, maybe it's about cleanliness. Before you want to solve the problem or experiment science that we have a problem to solve, we need to understand as much as possible what is happening. Like I recently read a news about the girl hit the 6 bicycle car. Then my friend tell me, the girl is not wrong, but I say I don't know because I don't know what's happening. I don't have enough data. So that's why only the judge and the girl and the victims know more, because you need to have a lot of information in order to make a judgment and solution. So what we know, okay, we know that car is bad. In one sense, it giving a lot of carbon dioxide, so and got carbon monoxide. So one of the way is we can use green transportation. After we know the problem, of course we know the problem in here lah. One more thing we want to know is the green, this thing, model of green transportation. The best is use bicycle, public transport. The worst is this one, bad guy. But I still use car because no choice lah. I need to use car. If not, in Malaysia, I'm not living at KL, and there is a single occupant. This is bad. Down here is good. So we might want to focus here, or maybe I can use Tesla car so that it will be better for the Tesla car. So green transportation vehicle among form of energy are used in walking. So one of the way we are using NGV. NGV is using natural gas. Again, the gas can be depleted. So you can see this is the gas. Last time I used this car also. First, it's very cheap. It's a lot cheaper, and you can use this lah. It's a lot cheaper because I this whole tank 啦，我打满这个 tank 啦。The whole tank I put is only like 7 ringgit. 7 ringgit only. You cannot put more already, and full already the tank. Petrol you can put 50-60 ringgit. But for this gas is I think maximum maybe 8 or 9 ringgit. But it only can go like 100 km only. First your engine will be slower. Second, it cannot go too far. It will go for 100 km only. So if you want to go to 400, you need to fill up 4 times lah. So you need to fill up again. So 7 times 4 is around 21 ringgit for 400 km. Cheaper lah. This one if you use this, the price will be cheaper than the petrol 2 times 2 倍. So that's why taxi they use this. Because taxi they are not using the petrol, they don't earn money, they use this so they can get a cheaper petrol. Why they say it's natural? Because the gas coming out is natural. You won't have like incomplete combustion or the black color smoke won't, okay, because it's just the burning of gas. Only thing is it is slightly dangerous because sometimes it can explode and people behind will sit here. So actually it is dangerous sometimes but usually seldom happen. Because explode then the people die because this is a gas tank. Biodiesel. So you might want to consider biodiesel from plant oil and animal fat, which is still possible. You are using the biofuel. Why don't we try some electric bus? Okay, now we have electric bus. We have also as well as the electric car that is coming to Malaysia this year. Tesla car. Hopefully it's coming soon. Okay, so that is about transportation to solve. Of course, there are many things you can say. Not just this. Electrical car, electric public transport, train, or maybe workplace, work from home, some more any other thing.
Train 那些去做工。
Yeah, okay, you can use train and so on. Still a difficult thing to solve. I think one day we are going to solve this problem One day everyone just sit at home, wear something, and then you become the robot. Then you are the robot that go to work. Then save money. Or nowadays also the same. Work from home also sometimes it's quite efficient also. Work from home. The world is changing changing until very fast and very weird. Like now also I'm like work from home. Green technology and life. So there is the carbon footprint. We call this carbon footprint, not the food we are talking about. Why we call the carbon footprint? Because this is a guy, a person, after he walk, there is a footprint. You throw away all the footprint. And eventually the footprint doesn't really matter because there is rain and you cannot see your footprint after 10 years. But they are not talking about the human footprint, they are talking about the carbon footprint because we or you are the problem. We are the problem. Because we will use car and they will produce carbon dioxide. We burn something, we throw rubbish, it will produce the carbon dioxide. And we throw to where? We throw to our sun. Correct or not? We throw to our son, all the carbon we give to our son, then I die, you die, everyone die. Then my son will take even more carbon and throw more to the sun. So eventually, the more and more sun you have, the worse it will become because there are more things you throw behind. So that is go because of carbon footprint. Last time I teach science, the textbook says 0.03% for IGCSE science is carbon dioxide, and now it's 0.04%. I think in the future it will be 0.05 and then it will be 0.06, which is actually not good lah. Then more carbon dioxide means Earth is going to get more warmer, and there will be a lot more disaster like flood, the hurricane, all these things will just come lah. So we have all this. So this is change things that will affect the world. We call it carbon footprint, because as we live, more and more carbon will be left behind. So how to solve this problem? Any way to solve this problem? So of course, we again, I already mentioned many times, it could be due to water emission, electric, transport, carbon offset, waste, recycling, gas and fuel. The solution, as mentioned by the student, like public transport, don't use so much of combustion or thing to throw and so on. Okay, so this is called carbon footprint.
Carbon dioxide.
Very good. Carbon footprint is the amount of greenhouse gas released into the atmosphere result of human activity. So these are the definition of carbon footprint. Okay, so what the science question will ask is usually the same question they will ask about advantages of greenhouse gases. This one you think yourself lah. What effect of the environment if we make green technology? Maybe you can go through a bit. What is the effect of the environment when we implement green technology? Reduce waste, okay.
Conserve water and consume reduce energy.
Yes. Okay, so yep, correct. Okay, so anything you want to add?
No.
Yeah, okay, so many things. This one I can ask you to write an essay 350 words if about in your opinion, if you implement green technology, what is the effect? So you can blah 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 blah, right? You can write even 1,000 words if you want. What are the advantages of the activity? Explain your answer. Maybe you can say you want to use public transport. This will reduce the numbers of cars in the that is being used to transport a person. So this will eventually reduce a lot of carbon footprint. And this one as well, you can plant more trees in order to reduce the carbon footprint. So I'm using the word carbon footprint. I also can say that it's a carbon dioxide pula, carbon footprint. So I can say using public transport or using carpool will reduce the carbon footprint. I also can say that using public transport will reduce the carbon dioxide. So both is the same thing, because we are talking about the carbon dioxide, and it is not the same because when we are referring to carbon footprint, we are talking about the something that passed to the more and more generation of carbon dioxide. But carbon footprint and carbon dioxide is slightly different. So you understand the difference. Carbon footprint is carbon footprint. carbon dioxide is carbon dioxide, but carbon footprint is caused by the carbon dioxide. But if you write in your essay, I think it sounds better when you say carbon footprint. It will leave a lot by carbon footprint or reduce the carbon footprint, because that is the, how to say, when you write in for your essay, there is, your vocabulary must be strong. Okay, so yes, we finished this chapter already. So maybe we can do some question. It is not easy lah. Always the chapter in policy is not easy. Because you read is easy, but usually when you grow up, you need to do, which is difficult, and how you want to implement it. Like let's say nowadays got a lot of people driving around, what policy you want to implement for the safety of road, because there's always accident, and you need to think what is the best way to solve accident. You want to put more AES or what, or maybe children playing bicycle is dangerous, so what the government's policy that you want to implement. Or in the school, some students always fighting, or some students they like to bring phone and play phone in the class. So what are the things that you want to implement in the school to solve this issue? And you need to think properly, or car traffic jam, everything you need to think, because if you do wrong, then many people will complain. It comes with a pro and cons. Let's say if you say a car, every people cannot drive car, then everyone must use Grab car, then how? Of course you will reduce the carbon footprint, but a lot of people will get angry, because they have a car, they need to drive to work. So there are many things to consider, whether you want to make it more specific or so on. Like Singapore is very good. I think Singapore, they have two type of car. So one car only you can drive in morning. If I'm not mistaken, I never went to Singapore before. One car you only can drive on evening. One car another you can drive morning and evening. So there is a different time you can use your car. So it reduce the traffic jam in Singapore as compared to Malaysia. So these are the policy that you want to implement, and you want to be careful lah. If you do wrong, means people will scold you. So we want to think properly, and we need to able to answer, like people ask us, then we say, because this and this people are playing phone, and then we got another way to help you, blah 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 blah, blah. Many things you need to think. The next time when you go to work, you will think about all these things. Of course now you are just reading it but I hope you can apply it in your life. Read the extract below. Green technology practice propose the national green technology policy. See, they are talking about the policy again. It's something that not easy lah. Actually this chapter is not easy. When you want to talk about policy, it's not easy. Not the application lah. Not memorize is easy lah. Not easy also in the sense that Malaysia got Malaysia policy, America got America policy, Russia, Singapore got their own policy. So greenhouse practice proposed by this national green technology policy have been infused. So now they are teaching this in the school. Like now I'm teaching you, or you're watching this video, we know that policy you are learning. The awareness of environment sustainability through green technology should be inculcated at young age. So it could be include when you are young, you should learn all these things. But I think actually not enough. Need to put more, especially from standard 1, standard 2, standard 3. We need to do more so that when they grow up, the Malaysia will become a cleaner and educated towards green technology. But not only education, the government, everyone also need to do no matter how clean, but there is no train for me to sit to work, so I still need to drive my car. So a lot of things we need to look at. But the extract, what do you mean by green technology?
An application of product, equipment, and system used to conserve the environment and nature.
Very good. Okay, so It's in your textbook up here so I don't want to go up about the green technology. State 4 pillar of green technology policy. So this one maybe I go and do the 4 pillar. 4 pillar, where is it? I remember I saw in the exercise notes. Where is it already? 4 pillar is somewhere around here 4 pillar, 4 main pillar: energy, blah 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 blah, environment. You need to look at economy, and you want to look at the social, the 4 pillar that we are looking, the guideline. Same like what Same like, oh my goodness, what did I press? Okay, so we're coming back here again. So the 4 pillar is in the notes, you can find by yourself. Okay, question 2. The statement below explain energy efficiency. Energy efficiency using less energy to carry out work at the same or higher rate without affecting the production equality and the outcome. Okay, read the question. I got you, okay? If you see this question and if you don't understand what you are reading, you need to read again. Not blah 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 blah, then you read question number 1, then you cannot do. Let's read this again, because when I read this also I'm confused. Let's read this slowly. The statement below explain energy efficiency. Okay, so we want energy to be efficient. We want to use a 5-star fan, 5-star aircon. Not 5-star not mean expensive. 5-star means is the energy efficiency. Okay, let's go back about the energy efficiency about the star. Where is it? Is it here? No. Hi, where is the star? I remember we got learned before. I cannot find. But you there is a, when you go to Eon or go to the Eon or whatever shopping mall you go, they got put the TV there, 5-star, 3-star. That 5-star doesn't mean the TV very beautiful and expensive. Okay, 5-star for the TV means the TV is using less electric and producing a better quality, and it saves the electric. 5-star. So aircon, you might want to consider 5-star aircon, means it will save a lot of it. You want to buy aircon, buy at least 4 or 5-star. Then 你要省电嘛 you want to save electric, because if you buy 3-star aircon, it's cheaper. So because you use cheap, but your electric go up, so eventually it's still the same. So might as well you just buy 4 or 5-star aircon. So we are talking about the efficiency of the electric efficiency, energy efficiency. Energy efficiency is using less energy. Yes, you want to use less energy, like less electric, to work the same or better, without affecting the production and the quality and the outcome. Yes, so using less energy to make more things. Anything that we can think of, many things but we are not engineer but I know there's a lot of things sometimes they are using less energy to make something. For example, like I'm using Honda City, and last time I'm using very old car last time I'm using Vera. So when I go back to Penang, because my kampong is at Penang, so last time it cost, the petrol here will be around 40 ringgit, but the same Vera I want to go to Penang, it will cost probably 60 ringgit. It's more expensive because it's an old car. But you also, the thing is, you still go back to the same Penang and Penang. It is still the same thing. Doesn't mean that I pay more means I get faster to Penang, or in fact I get slower to Penang because it's an old car. But for Honda City, I just need to pay 40 ringgit petrol, I can reach Penang. So which one is more efficient? Okay, so this one will be more energy efficient. Okay, energy efficient. So maybe this one I give 4-star, this one I give 3-star. Okay, for example So here's the energy efficiency. Okay, based on the statement above, state the importance of energy efficiency in our life, everyday life. Why energy efficiency is important? Okay, very good. Okay, so you say save energy. So it can do many things, save energy, avoid wastage, and even actually it will strengthen the economy. For me lah, because I like money lah. So sometimes it will earn more money if you use more efficient depending on what you are using. So you need to choose properly and do things properly. When you go to work, you want to consider everything as energy efficient, and you eventually you save money. This one very important, because people say, then I buy Proton car lah because Proton car is cheaper. Honda City is more expensive, or Vios is more, Toyota Vios is more expensive, so I buy some Proton car. But long term you need to consider long term, this one petrol higher, this one petrol cheaper. Long term, maybe you are paying more for your Vira. This is old car for example, I use this compare to your Honda City, because let's say I buy even the second hand car, it will be cost maybe around 10,000. I don't know just simply say 10,000. But Honda City, if you buy a second half for 5 years, it will cost around 40,000. Let's say 40,000. And of course there is a 3,000 30,000 gap. Then you say that petrol after you 4-5 years maybe 5k extra, so you think Vira also is got more value, so you say maybe Vira is better because at least beginning I save 30k. Okay. But one thing to consider, this one suddenly I want to teach account. One thing to consider, you need to consider your second hand value, because your Vira, the Honda City, the second hand value, we want to sell again, you maybe can sell for 20k. For your Vira to sell again, you only sell maybe 10k. So eventually if you sell again, you actually get a higher price for your Honda City. So eventually so you need to plan when one day when you grow up, you need to consider all these things in order to plan, so you will be richer. You need to get more money. I'm not saying to ask you to get more money. I'm saying that we need to be wise, to be careful of the money, so that we use the money not for us. Next time when you grow up, you need to marry, you need to have children, and you need to think and you need to plan properly. If not, if I'm not mistaken, the one of the main reason for divorce, 离婚 is about also money. So you might want to be very careful about this, and don't do mistake When you do mistake, then your wife will tell you, I tell you. Then the husband say, I tell you, you do the wrong, no money already. Then fighting, fight. So just be smart a bit You can all this diagram you should able to all draw an answer. Given energy efficiency practice that you carry at your home, explain your answer. So this one is you can explain by your own answer, like maybe many answer you can write. Maybe I don't want to use aircon, I want to use fan, it will produce less electric, or I use the fan that got the water, something like that. Or maybe use lesser light, or use sunlight, or use many things I don't want to go This one is many things. If you understand this, you can do. If you do understand that, you cannot do. Okay, so if not question, then we are going to take a short break, and I will see you back by 8:55. Okay, see you. Bye bye.